All right, collectors, thanks for joining me today, Sunday, February 16th, for my curated news from the toy community, right? I don't cover everything. I cover the things that, I like, hopefully you guys like. And, it's just overall type of stuff. I do have a focus, and that's G.I. Joe / military type of action figures. I guess if you could say it'd be Marvel Legends. Well, first G.I. Joe, military type stuff like Valaverse and Gridiron, Pixis design, stuff like that. And then Marvel Legends and, some other stuff in between there. So, 80s stuff that we grew up with, right? I look at the demographics, and most of us are about the same age, and most of us grew up in the 80s. And that's the kind of stuff that I love, right? So anyways, yeah, there was a big leak on G.I. Joe, and we'll get to that in a minute. But I think something that overshadowed the G.I. Joe news leak was maximum profit or greed Spidey. Let's not act dumb here. We know that was the big news this week, right? Do I have a slant on it? Look, I thought it was reasonable. They could make a good profit. We get, a new figure, hopefully tooled better, action-y, better poses, better everything, right? I thought if they'd leave it between $35 and $40, we'd be happy with it, right? I don't think you'd make it. You can't make everybody happy. You're going to have some people who are just going to be angry. But I think they could have made 75 to 85% of us happy, or satisfied, if they'd have kept that $35, $40 price range. But what did I say? There is no better indicator of what Hasbro is going to do or a person's going to do than what they've done in the past. Oh, heck no. They turned that up to 11. What can we possibly get out of these fools, right? So I'm going to be upfront. I did pre-order one, and that's to review it. I want to know, and I want you guys to know, some people do rely on me to, actually take a look at some of this stuff and say, is it worth it? And so, yeah, you know what? I have a little bit more resources than the average bear. And so it doesn't, the funny part, it's not funny. It doesn't affect me as much, the price increase, right? I could still buy 3-4 of these things if I wanted to. But what does bother me is the greediness behind it, right? The dirtiness behind it, right? It's not necessary for them to charge us much, and it's not fair, and it's just, just not a good business plan. Is it the Marvel licensing fee? I don't know. I don't think so. I just think some executive boneheads up there going, I bet we could screw them. I bet we could really stick it to them with this one. They love Spidey. So, do I think it's worth it? I don't know. We've been looking at some slides here of Maximum Spidey rolling across. The one thing that I want to bring to your attention, and I think several other people have brought to your attention before. So what we're supposed to believe is that Maximum Spidey is of equal value to the Phoenix that we just got. You remember those big chunks of plastic and effects that we had from Phoenix? Phoenix was made from to me, one of the best articulated Marvel Legends, female Marvel Legends that they've had in forever. I think she had the Black Widow body, right? The one that everybody's killing over. Fantastic, and then those two giant pieces of plastic, right? That's supposed to be comparable to a couple of head sculpts and some whoop whoop. That's we're at the same price point. You get an action figure. You get Ghost Rider and his bike that just came out. I thought it was a decent offering. The bike and Ghost Rider and the flame effects. We're supposed to believe that is comparable to this. We're supposed to believe in the same ballpark, a few dollars, over. Hulkbuster? Hulkbuster is the same thing? Two Outriders is the same thing as this? I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, maybe. I haven't had it in hand. Maybe it's the greatest thing since, you know, I don't know, sliced bread. You know, there's the Black Widow super, you know, female super articulation. But I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. I don't think. I think what Hasbro does is there's a few levels to it, right? Their marketing is to build up the hype. I think some of the guys too that, I mean, they're doing their best, I guess. I don't know. I don't think that they're evil by nature. I think there's some executives that are getting pressured by some that are getting pressured by some morons at the top to charge this to see if we'll bite. I would suggest to you that you hold off. That, you know, let some of the reviewers get them into their hands and then figure out if it's worth it. And I will tell you this as well. If you're gonna start spending $60, $70 for a Marvel Legends figure, Spider-Man figure, then just go all out and buy the absolute epitome of Spider-Man articulation and Spider-Man awesomeness, and that is the Sentinel Spider-Man. Just stop playing games with this shenanigans and Marvel Legends. Nothing comes even close to that Sentinel Spider-Man that is in the Marvel Legends silliness. So, regardless of my review, regardless of anybody's review and what anybody says, in my opinion, nothing will touch for a long time that Sentinel Spider-Man. Just go out and buy that. Stop messing around with this Marvel Legends type Spider-Man or CT Toys type Spider-Man. They're good, but they're not Sentinel level good. So if Marvel wants to play those games, they're going to put themselves in the same ballpark at this point. I would say they're starting to touch it with the Sentinel Spidey. So at that point, just switch. Maybe some of you can't, but I would say, you know what, just save up. You know, at this point, it seems like a couple of Marvel Legends worth, and then you can get a Sentinel Spidey. I don't know if he's still available or not. If he is, I'll leave a description in the links below. You just pick that up instead. You know, save up all of your, if you've never messed around, go look at some of the reviews for Sentinel Spidey. They're mind-blowing. That thing is amazing. This is not going to be worth it, but I'm going to get it. And you know what? I haven't had it in hand, but regardless, even if I get it in hand, I can guarantee you it's not going to be Sentinel Spidey. This thing's going to be maybe a cut above the latest, what is it, Spider-Man mold that we've been getting. What is it, the Wedding Vows Spidey or whatever he's called. I think that's a decently articulated Spider-Man. It's pretty good. It's below Mafex level, but it's nowhere near Sentinel level. Anyways, let's move on from that. Those are my 2 cents about it. If you didn't go ahead and purchase it, well, good for you. You really, I mean, you know, who am I to tell you what to spend your money on? Spend your money on what you want, but at this point, maybe it's a good time to stick it to them. Anyways, let's move on from that. G.I. Joe news. Let's get on to some happy stuff. Hasbro has been doing a pretty good job with the Joes lately. They do give us some good offerings with those, and hopefully they'll continue to keep the prices low on that. And that is, we got a leak of Crystal Ball. So we've seen an example now, and I talk, because I'm not beholden to Hasbro, Mattel, Savage Crucible, Four Horsemen, Valaverse. I'm not beholden to none of those people. If something's bad, I'm gonna tell you it's bad. If something's good, I'm gonna tell you it's good. It's, you know, that's the channel that we got here. I would never, you know, trade that for, you know, what is it? I know I will never be the sellout. I just can't. It annoys the living poo-poo out of me. And I think a lot of companies, a lot of smaller independent companies don't expect you to sell out, right? They just go, well, can you take a look at this and review it? But they know that it's a pretty good thing when they send it to you, right? There's been a few that goofed up, but for the most part, no. And you know what's funny is Hasbro's not one of those companies. If they send you something, they expect a good review. They expect a good review, or you're banned for a period of time. I mean, maybe like 4 or 5 years, I guess. I don't know, 3, 4 years. They don't want to talk to you for a while, and then you get to come back and say, may I please be in your inner circle again, sir? Get out of here with that mess. Anyways, here's what Hasbro has done. We saw an example of greed, and I don't think that's good. Here's an example of something good. Crystal Ball, Hasbro. So far it's looking pretty good. There's only one thing missing with Crystal Ball, and that's a regular old man type of head. I remember like a mystic, old man mystic wizard type of head. I remember that because I had Crystal Ball. It's one of the goofy figures. I love to play with the military style G.I. Joe ones. But when I saw this one, when I was younger, I was like, you know what? He's kind of cool looking guy, right? You know, he's kind of like a, you know, I thought of him more as like a, you know, he knows even more than just the military stuff, right? He does some, you know, crazy magic, you know, insanity stuff that he learned in the, you know, jungles of wherever, and you know, he can mess with your mind, right? So I really played a lot with Crystal, so much so that I lost that figure. You know, it was one of my pocket figures, I guess, and it's gone to the tides of time. So that's why it's not up there. So that's why I'm going to get Crystal Ball. I'm excited for it. Good job, Hasbro. So far, I like what I see. It's very much in the same realm of Crystal Ball. It's all right. Now, what else did we see this week? Mezco decided to reveal their Hulk. That's going to be coming out this year at Mezco. What is it? Mezco Toy Fair, whatever, Mezco Con, whatever it is. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm probably going to pick up that Mezco. I like Mezco. They just sometimes annoy me with their inability to communicate, or they're just odd idiosyncrasies that they have as a company. But for the most part, I do enjoy their products. So you got that, and then you got also Joker. I'm really looking forward to that one. I've always liked, you know, the Batman, you know, Dark Knight type Joker. Just fantastic. It was a fantastic performance. I'll be picking those up. Just to recap, we're also pre-order has dropped for Blanca and Sagat. I actually think that Storm Collectibles, when they released their one Sagat a while back, I mean, to me, that has been the epitome of that Street Fighter, that particular Sagat from Storm Collectibles. It is amazing. It is a great figure. I'm hoping that Jada, you know, outdoes them. You know, that's, you know, competition is good. I did order Blanca. I did order a Sagat. I want to see, you know, how they articulate. They did kick up the price a little because they're larger and bulkier and got, you know, there's just more plastic and tooling involved, I'm thinking. But it was decent, right? They went up to 29 bucks. I'm okay with that. I think they did a good job with that. So yeah, I'll be picking those up. I'm excited to see, you know, how they handle. We also have Casey Marie and Motorcycle from NECA. I'm only going to pick this up for the motorcycle. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't care about Casey Marie. I don't care about anything else. I just want that motorcycle. The only bad part is that don't follow my example on this one. I really want that motorcycle because I have some plans for it, but do not follow my example on this one. I think this is not enough of an offering. They said it's going to be between $65 and $70. That's not enough. There's not enough here to justify that for the regular bear or the regular collector. There's just not enough there. So what I would say to you guys is, yeah, don't follow my lead on this one. I'm gonna pick one up, but it's just gonna be for the motorcycle, 65 to 70 bucks. That's a bridge. Here's a picture of the outside of it. The box art looks great, but that's a lot of cash. All right, moving on from that. The Howling. Remember I was talking about this in that hunt video I did yesterday or day before? There was another werewolf out there because I spotted that 2-pack from the American Werewolf in London, but then I said, this isn't the new one. I know we've seen this one before. The new one is the Howling werewolf. And this is what he looks like right here. 50 bucks. NECA articulation for this werewolf? No. I mean, maybe some of you guys like it. Good for you, but I'd rather spend my money on some of those third-party werewolves that have been coming out lately. Those great wolves of the something or other. I don't know what they were called, but those looked really great. This one looks okay, but that NECA articulation is a mess. But it's there if you want it. Loose Collector. A little preview of their Sasquatch. Let's see what it looks like. I mean, this is just basically like a 3D printout or a prototype. So, but hey, I've always liked those, you know, monster-like ape-looking things. Those are fun to, you know, insert into your dioramas or world, right? Let's see, what else do we have? 4 Horsemen Fan Appreciation Wave will only be available at certain retailers, apparently, not at the 4 Horsemen store. You have the Phantom Trooper for 40 bucks, Anubis and Bastet, $70 each. They come with a lot of accessories. Ghost of Christmas Past, 70 bucks. You got Frankie for $75. And then you've got Vernalis, Quetzalcoatl. I don't know why they did that. Druid for 50 bucks. To be honest, I think the only figure that I would purchase out of this would be Frankie. Because he has so many things that you can switch out and so many looks to him. It's like you get 3 figures in one. So yeah, that's the only figure that I'd pick up out of this whole wave that I think that I would like. But it's a good thing that this world isn't made up of just stuff I like, because it would be insane. So yeah, that's, you know, that's the 4 wave, the appreciation wave from the 4 Horsemen. What else do we have? Star Trek. They announced this new action figure pre-order wave or whatever. I don't know. I think it comes out Q3 of 2025, but I think you can start to pre-order them now. The ones I'm excited about is probably not the ones that you think I'm excited about, and that would be Boimler and Mariner. I really like the Lower Decks. I don't know if you guys like Lower Decks. I love that show. It's absolutely insane, and I love that they made it part of the canon, right? And they interacted. Their counterparts were actually in Star Trek Strange New Worlds or something, and that was hilarious. So I like it. You know, I enjoyed Lower Decks. It's just brain dead fun. You know, I'm not looking to solve the mysteries of life or cure humanity of all its ills. I'm looking for a good story. So, and finally, we've got how to train your dragon. These little dragon things. I included them in here because I think these dragon creatures, you know, kind of look cool, right? You know, you kind of can put them in a scene. Your guys are fighting these things or something. I don't know. It just looks like you might be able to get a custom set of wings for a certain action figure that came with crap wings. You know what I'm talking about. Nemesis. I mean, anyway, some people like those wings. I despise them. But, you know, you might be able to get a little something out of these wings. So that's why I include them in there. And again, you can do a lot of customs with these, or you could just put them in your diorama as, you know, an experiment, you know, that the Dr. Mindbender's working on or something. I don't know. All right. Well, that was the news as far as I'm going to cover. There's some Mondo stuff that came out, some 1/6 scale stuff that came out. I don't usually cover too much of that because I just don't collect that much of it, but I know it's out there. You know, I think we had Squid Games guy. Anyways, it's, you know, release or something. I don't know. Some other stuff. Some X-Men also came out, but I don't do 1/6 scale very much. I just focus on stuff that I like, and hopefully a lot of you guys like. So that's it. What else? I just got back from watching. Well, we'll talk about that in the haul. The haul is coming up next. It wasn't that big of a haul, truthfully, because the toy stuff is kind of slowing down a little bit. But I did get some great deals, and we're going to talk about that. And also, you know, we've got two things up on deck to talk about maybe next week, and that is, you know, stuff about these arcades. Several people have asked me, you know, how do you build these or how do you customize them? And I'll tell you everything I do with them. Am I going to tear one open to show you? That remains to be seen. But there are so many different ways, and I'll show you places to go to learn everything step by step the way I did, right? I have a big electronics background. And so building some of these things came really easy to me. As a kid, I loved tearing apart electronics and making them work. So, you know, this was just second nature to me. I continued down that path. For the most part, I would say it's been so much fun working in the electronics type field, right? It's just a tremendous amount of fun, you know. So anyways, guys, let's get over to the haul. Let's start babbling about this stuff. Let's get over to the haul and see what we got. All right, collectors. So most of the stuff that I picked up this week was deals. Lots of deals out there. Special thanks to everybody who's on those forums on Facebook and some of the forums I joined to give you a heads up. Hey, this is on, you know, sale or whatever. I think a lot more people, I don't know if Hasbro knows this yet or not. A lot of toy companies know this yet. But I think a lot of people are going to start retracting or pulling back on some of this discretional spending. Like I said, that maximum profit Spidey might not have been such a great idea, but we'll see how that plays out in the end for him. Bold move, Cotton. Let's see how this plays out. So let's just start off with some of the deals, right? This morning, early, like 2 a.m., for some reason, sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night, and, you know, it's probably not healthy, but I check my phone just to see if anybody's pulling some shenanigans on the on the comments section. Or sometimes I just can't sleep anymore. It's weird. But anyways, this I was alerted to very early this morning by one of the subscribers. I forgot your name. I apologize, but thank you so much for that. I think I said thank you on the page. But it was, I've been looking for this particular vehicle over and over, but I didn't want to pay the full price. Now I found it on sale for, was it $30.99 or $31.99, down from $40. But then one of the subscribers told me, hey, why don't you just buy it online and then, or take that advertisement from the online and show it to Target. And I didn't have to because I knew there was one in stock there. And so I just hit, you know, pick up same day from within the app, and they honored the price. And that was, you guys saw me kept eyeballing this and playing clearance chicken with it. $24. Yes, for the ATTE. I knew. Well, I've been playing clearance chicken with this thing for 2.5 months, 3 months. just should I buy it, should I not? Should I buy it, should I not? And finally, hey, 50% off-ish. I'll take it. What else did we get? There's only one regular price thing in this whole thing, and there's a huge thing too. $16 for another Hydra Captain America. Why not? I really like this version. Well, I like the figure, and so yeah, I was gonna pick up another one of these up. Just looks cool to me. I don't know, is what it is. And then I picked up $16 for that. Usually $24, $25, $6, something like that. And then I found a Khazar. Somebody else alerted me to this. This figure has got some great articulation, and he's got a tremendous amount of hands. See that? And that head sculpt is really cool. And I'm thinking about some customs that you can do with this figure. This figure is open to customization like crazy. And so there's so many parts that you can use from it. So I definitely pull the trigger on one of those. What else? Let's see. I mean, and then this was from the mystery thing, you know, just to see what you would get, the mystery box from Valaverse. For some reason, they sent me the mystery box with the figures first, and then later on, they, you know, sent me the Vanguard. I was hoping for a tan. That's what I was hoping for. Guess what I got? You ready? Bobby sent me the pink one. No, I'm just kidding. It's a tan. That's cool. I actually have already the gray version. I've been eyeballing a tan version for so long. I want one in olive drab. Let's get an olive drab one. But I get it. You know, I actually like the tan one. I was hoping, since it's already out there, I was hoping to get one too. Outstanding. I think that's a great deal there. And then, not finally, but remember, we went to that vintage store. I think it's called Vintage Stock. Used to be called Movie Trading Co. And now it's just called Vintage Stock. And I know some people have been finding these for $10, but that sale hasn't happened here. But they had a sale, and here was the trick to the sale. Well, the trick for me is that I had to find one G.I. Joe that I wanted, and I really like Quick Kick because, again, he has a ton of little hands and accessories with him, just a ton of stuff. So he's on sale, and any one of these packages or figures that has a sticker on it is buy one, get one. So the point here is to maximize your savings, right? So boom, you got this one. And then of course I went and found another one, and you guys saw it in the video. Why not? So I picked up this one, and I picked up this one, 15 bucks each basically. So for the price of about one Joe, I got two really great Joes. So that's, you know, that's easy. And the last thing that I picked up, or that was sent to me, is I ordered these a while back, and I was just like, well, they're not going to send them. At some point they'll send them. And that was Marvel's, another set of these Sentinels. I just like them. They're just fun. These Sentinels are just fun. They don't, they do what is required. They pose in the required stances. So they're not super well articulated. They're well articulated. How about they're well articulated? They just look good. They just look good. So anyways, I picked up another set of these. All right. Let's kind of wrap it up real quick. I will be at the Metroplex Collectibles Toy Show February 23rd. Stop by, let's have some fun. Laid back show, bring the kids. We sometimes have stormtroopers there. We have Ninja Turtles that show up. All kinds of cosplay and stuff happening there. Very laid back. Like I said, it's just a bunch of guys having some fun, and just there's a bunch of ladies there too. So don't just think it's, you know, just one or the other. No, it's like everybody. You know, families show up and everything. So yeah, stop by. Hey, if you mention the channel and you want a sticker, I have some stickers to give out. So just ask me about that. And like I said, no reasonably discounted offer will be refused. So what else do we have? I just came back from watching Captain America. I don't know. I didn't think it was a bad movie. I didn't think it was trying to push anything. I didn't feel that. I mean, maybe you guys feel it, but I didn't feel any of that. I just saw, you know, a brain dead, super actiony type of movie. Could it have been better? I can think of a lot of movies that could have been better. But, you know, again, I don't know how many times I have to say this to people. I don't know what your expectation is. You know, is an award-winning Academy Award going to change your life? I mean, just think of the movies that we watched that changed our lives. I mean, RoboCop, you know, that didn't win any Academy Awards. You know, all these movies like, I don't know, Aliens, I think that won some Academy Awards. But, you know, just different movies that, you know, Goofy, Goonies, you know, just some of these goofy movies that we grew up with. They didn't win any of the, you know, Academy Awards. They just had fun, right? And that's what I'm looking for in a movie. Just entertain me. I don't want to solve the ills of humanity. I don't want to, you know, dig 3 layers deep into the essence of life and this is how you solve world problems. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I just want a good story. That's it. Entertain me. That's what I'm going to a movie for. I'm not going there to, you know, solve people's problems. I want to be there to shoot at aliens, take down some evil villains, and maybe, you know, yeah, just fun. So I thought it was okay. I thought it was okay. What else? I just found out that Prey is coming. So how about in the comments, number 1, what was your favorite pickup this week? Oh, I'm really looking forward to that Ghost Rider 2. Hopefully I can find it. I know some people noticed that I had found a piece of the wave that Ghost Rider was there for, but I don't know if somebody already got it. But anyways, what figure or Hot Wheels or whatever that you picked up this week was your favorite? My favorite this week was the Vanguard. It's huge. That was the best deal was the ATTE in my opinion, because I've been wanting that thing forever and I wanted a deal on it. But leave it in the comments below. What was your best pickup this week? Also, what movie are you looking forward to for 2025? I saw some trailers for The Accountant that looked really good. I saw a trailer for what's the other one? The Predator one, Prey. So that looks really good. No Man's Land or something like that. I'm a sucker for Predator movies. I'm just a sucker for them. I love them. And what else? That's it, guys. Hey, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you keep coming back, watching my shenanigans, watching the toy hunts, watching the international toy hunts, next week we'll be invading somebody else's playground in North Carolina. Let's have the great across the country toy hunt and see what's going on over there. See how they compare to my good old DFW Texas toy stores, or see if they're I don't know. We'll see. We'll check that out. I'll be like, no wonder you guys can't score. There's nothing here to score. Just being mean. I'm just being just shenanigans. Guys, if you keep coming back, keep watching these shenanigans, why not like, why not subscribe? We're just having a good time. Again, all this stuff is ridiculous. It's just fun. It's just shenanigans, not necessary discretionary spending. If you're sitting here causing drama, if you're sitting here getting upset at stuff, man, you're doing it wrong. This is just for fun. This is literally just for fun. So if you're not smiling when you're doing this stuff, or giggling or laughing, or just, just having fun, then you're doing it wrong. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate every single one of you. Special thanks to the members for their generosity, engagement, just all around feedback. Allow me to bring you better content. Guys, as long as you guys keep watching these shenanigans, I'll keep rolling this stuff out.